cyberspace, Andy here with the Leadel 7 show. This is our 10th installment and it's going to be epic. Well, let's get started. If you had to guess which country holds the record for the most effective birth control programs in the world, what would it be? This place also subsidizes sex change operations and hangs its homosexual residents. Did you guess? Iran. Shocked? I know I was. The Iranian film, Be Like Others, revealed the secrets behind the growing trend of Iranian transsexuals, which is more complex there than you could ever imagine. Take a look at the trailer.
On the upmarket Mir Damad Boulevard in northern Tehran, patients from all over Iran gather on Tuesdays and Wednesdays to see Dr. Bahram Mirjalali at his private clinic. Dr. Mirjalali, a Paris-trained surgeon, is Iran's leading specialist in sex change surgery. He performs his sex change operations with the approval of the Iranian government.
Google and China are still fighting over the right to free speech. But what about the right to privacy? Between Google's search engines, Gmail, voicemail, Buzz and Docs, is there anything about us they don't know? Should we take their advice and just not worry? Well, have a look at this piece from Al Gore's channel Current, and don't say you weren't warned. Oh, and if Google is watching, I'd kindly accept an iPad.
We know what you're searching for.
You do? Well, this isn't what it looks like.
We know what you're writing in your emails.
What? No, this is private stuff here. Hey, Dad, I need to borrow some money for, medicine and,
And with Google Voice, we now know every word you say to your friends and family.
What? Seriously? Why?
So we can serve advertisements specifically targeted to your lifestyle.
Oh, I am so not comfortable with anyone knowing this.
Now we're taking it to the next level with the Google Toilet.
When Galia Albin decided to walk out of the kitchen and into the boardroom, she took the Israeli business world by storm. She is a successful entrepreneur and president of Tel Aviv women's basketball team, Hapoel HaTikva. Her obsession with HaTikva also led her to stage a record-breaking live singing of Israel's national anthem. Galia sat down with our own Leah Stern to talk about her initiatives in Israel's public and private sectors. Here is some unconventional thinking by a very unconventional woman.
Well, in the business world, there is no glass ceiling anymore, and the 21st century is the century of the women, and it's a big responsibility, and yet it's a challenge.
One woman took the initiative and, using the technology of the 21st century, united over 50,000 Jews.
Jewish music, like almost everything Jewish, is a beautiful mix of diverse influences. That's what Gary Lucas loves about it. Gary is an outstanding guitarist who enjoys listening and learning from everyone, including Leonard Bernstein, Captain Beefheart, and Jeff Buckley. We sat down with Gary to talk about his influences and what he believes to be the essence of Jewishness, a sense of humor. Take a peek.
He thought that the problem with a lot of Jewish music was that there were too many influences, and that it was a kind of mongrelized music. And I thought, that's great. That's what I like about Jewish music, in that it's like a big tent. It's like it embraced, look at
Naftuli Brandwein in New York playing Turkeska, which is Turkish music.
That's right. And there's so many examples of these hybrid, and yet, the Jewish spirit still shines through.
When it comes to yoga, there's a fine line between sports and spirituality. Is yoga about limbering up, or is there more to it? Some are starting to wonder if all the Sanskrit chants and prayer positions aren't a form of idol worship, while others believe it's encouraged by Jewish Kabbalah. So how kosher is the downward dog? And who exactly do we salute in a sun salutation? Do you want to be running marathons well into your golden years? You can start by topping your pizza with sardines or sprinkling turmeric on your rice. The New York Times put out a list of 11 superfoods to help you stay healthy. And Dan Buettner also has some advice. He studied the world's blue zones, regions with record-setting longevity and health. Sounds good? Have a listen to what he learned on his travels.
Here we have this area where men live the longest, about 10 times more centenarians than we have here in America. And this is a place where people not only reach age 100, they do so with extraordinary vigor. places where 102-year-olds still ride their bike to work, chop wood, and can beat a guy 60 years younger than them.
Quality media is very hard to find, both a following and funding. But that hasn't stopped journalist Bambi Sheleg from producing it on a regular basis for over a decade. Bambi's the editor of Eretz Acheret. That's Hebrew for a different country. So many people attempt to change opinions in society with their publications, but do not succeed. Eretz Acheret is making an impact, changing public agenda and influencing government policies. She joins us now live in our studio to tell us what it takes to make media that matters. Welcome, Bambi. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
First off, Bambi. For us English speakers, this is a bit of a strange English first name. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I was born in Chile, and my name is Beatrice, and my Hebrew name is Bracha. But when I was 3 years old, my father started calling me Bambi, and it just, I'm stick to it.
Ever since then.
Yes.
Great. And you started Eretz Acheret. What was the inspiration for the idea?
I come from the religious Zionist world. And when Rabin was assassinated, I had the feeling that we don't understand well our society and that something went bad in the media. Mm-hmm. Not only in the society, but also in the media. And actually our conversation and our dialogues are not deep. And we don't understand people who don't belong to our sector. Our sector meaning everyone doesn't understand the others.
Definitely.
So I quit my job and I started a long journey till I started Eretz Acheret.
Wow.
And we have an editorial board with people from all Israeli sectors.
Do you think the media, where do you think the media is going to go in the future now with, you know, the internet, blogging? Is that going to change the power balance?
I don't think so. I think that if democratic societies won't make a real pass in order to create a media that is not for profit, they won't be democratic anymore.
Okay.
Because someone is going to manipulate the conversation. And so this is what happens most of the time. So if you want an example, something that I found out is that in Israel, we spoke for about almost 40 years about the future of the territories that Israel conquered in the Six-Day War.
Right.
And every Israeli has an opinion in this issue. But actually, what happens is that at the same time, a huge process of privatization took place, and we, the society, don't know about it.
Okay. To watch the full interview, please click on the link. That's Eretz Acheret. We're taking you out with a celebration from the Israeli Arab town of Abu Ghosh. They recently broke Lebanon's world record for the largest plate of hummus. That's one delicious Middle Eastern rivalry. I wonder if they're all still able to dance after they've eaten all those chickpeas. As usual, drop us a line. Your feedback matters to us. So guys, ciao for now.
Today we've cooked the world's biggest dish of hummus with 4,000 kilos. In fact, we planned 4,000, but in reality we cooked 4,100 kilos, so a little bit more.
I like that very much. The Lebanese have already heard about this event that's going on, and they're already planning a counterattack. So I think this will be an ongoing battle.